Hi guys, Zeth here. Welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. So today we've got a couple different things I'd like to do. First things first, I've been looking at Bibliocraft because we haven't used it yet, but it's been installed. So first things first, I actually want to make a clock. I've experimented with these just ever so slightly, so I do know what I'm doing somewhat. But for those of you who don't, I do want to do a full this is what's what kind of thing. So again, it's annoying because TFC does not have the same woods as vanilla, of course. So, I had to do some hickory is dark oak kind of stuff. Anyways, though, here's our clock. Now, why do I want a clock? There's a couple different functions that you can do with these. Let's drop it right there. Of course, it ticks, it tells the time, and you can shift right click to activate it. Now you can turn off the ticking, you can turn on a chime, so it does like that. Let's go ahead and preview that. Chime. Chime. In a minute or two it'll chime again, but we don't need to do that. And again, you can turn on and off the ticking. But what I'm actually going to be using this for, at least I hope, is going to be the redstone part. So here's how it works. You can tell that there's a redstone connection there. Let's come over that way. See? And then basically every time it clicks the time that it is, it just lets out that pulse. So I can definitely see some pretty cool uses for this. I made it pretty expensive as in Mindtweaker. Again, it was like 6 pieces of gold, so it's not a early game time telling device or anything like that. And it's, still not something you have to make or, anything like that. But you could make it so doors only stay open during the day. Something like that. Yeah. And that's definitely going to be an eventual plan. My idea, however, is not going to work quite perfectly because those doors over there are, well, they're nice, but they're they're not going to have the logic that I need in that small of a spot. So, like I said, those doors over there, they're fine. They're good backup doors. But we kind of need something over here now, don't we? And what I'm thinking is a door, it's probably not going to be fully automated, but it is going to be more automated than having to press a button every time. And I'm not going to make it automatically locked or anything like that during night, but it is automatically going to close at night. At least that's the hope. Okay. We want probably out to here, I'm thinking. I haven't decided on the final look either yet. And I'm going to have to do the circuitry too, which I think is actually going to be the hardest part. Making this look good is going to be, well, not really, but I don't expect making it looking good to be the hardest part of this. Another thing I do need to check though, which I actually just thought about. Ooh. Okay. Let's get some food or water. Alright guys, derp with me a sec. I just had an idea. I don't know if thatch can be pushed by pistons? And if it can it also push planks? Let's go check. Now, my idea with this is basically like a moving conveyor belt. So to open it, we have thatch and one of these. There it is. And redstone over here. Good. Okay. If this works, this is going to be pretty cool, I think. Okay, there we go. Now, we have levers in here, I'm pretty sure. In here somewhere, that is. Redstone torch works. Okay, let's see what this does. Nice. Being able to push that thatch is going to be really useful. Okay. Now can we have like that? Yes, we can. Okay, well, I just got an idea of how to do this fully, basically. Okay, so let's do basically full test, just to make absolutely sure. Yes, okay. We're in business. So, for those who are not necessarily the best at following redstone ideas, which I know I'm actually not that great with redstone, better than some people I've seen, but I'm I'm definitely not Seth Bling or Etho or, you know, one of those guys. Actually, let's move this into where it belongs. But what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to build a moving conveyor belt of pistons, and basically it'll have half of it being thatch and half of it being plank or brick blocks. Something that is not affected by gravity in vanilla TFC. So basically anything other than cobble, dirt, sand, stuff like that. We still are going to have to work out the actual wiring though. So let's set up like a little testing idea. Actually, let's set it up over here. Yeah, right here. Okay, so I want... Okay, I think 6 is the morning. Now that's... Yeah. Okay, that's redstone, that's redstone. Oops. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need an automatic override, which will be a button on the outside. So we're going to have basically a flat out disable this entire system. But I also want to have a daily open and close sequence. Now every time it gets activated, we're going to have it run pretty much the entire sequence. So that should be possible to do. Now the difficult part is going to be doing this without a comparator. I don't think those are in. Yeah, can't really get nether quartz. At least I don't think you can. You can't really get a daylight sensor either, technically, but there you have to be able to tell time to do this. Well, I mean, I know you can build a daylight sensor with, say, a couple villagers or something like that. That's not too hard to do, actually. I've done that in the past, I'm pretty sure. It was a while back if I did. We got any condensing we can do? We don't need 2 sequoia planks, I don't think. And we're probably going to need pistons for the logic. Although we're very likely going to be needing sticky pistons too, which we honestly don't have. I'm actually not sure if we still get slimes spawning. I don't know, that's something I'm definitely gonna have to check out. Okay, so now if I'm remembering my redstoning, you can do something like this, and it basically will toggle an output for you. Whoops, went farther out. No, at least. And if we do that, now when we get that powered, nothing will happen, never mind. This is a design by ABR Minecraft. At least he's the one claiming responsibility for it. I'm getting this off of the Minecraft wiki. Almost carbon copy of it, to be honest. Okay. Now, it's supposed to be, if that's going out that way, we need that and that. And then that comes around. Oops. Okay. Now let's see if we can't use a button on this. Right. Is that not where we need to have the input then? If we have the input, well, that'd be kind of useless. If you have the input over here, no. Crap. What did I mess up? Okay, so right now, we actually want this one to be like that. Oh, did I actually just fix it maybe? Maybe? No. No, I didn't. Okay. Ever have those times where you're just like, wow, am I stupid? Got it. Cool. Okay, so this should be what we need. So basically with this, what it's going to do is we can actually... No, we'll come in this way. That goes away. Have that run in there. Toss button over there for half a second. Let's get as much activation as we can for a little bit here. Okay, now let's get some way to tell that it's activated. Okay, let's see. This should be right. And what this will do is basically allow Minecraft logic to remember, if I wired this up right, to remember that it's day or night. And remember, this is going to be for a door that will automatically be open during the day and automatically close at night. Which I want to get more processes like this walking around. Well, not really walking around, but happening in our area. Now, the nice thing about this is I think no matter how long the signal is applied to that, I think no matter how long it is, it'll still be fine. I should test that before I put my foot in my mouth, but it's looking like that's the case. Thanks to the repeater locking over here. Oh, I never noticed that's a bedrock texture right there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we can take this. Next thing I want to have for this is going to be basically an override. So no matter what time it's at, it's still going to be overridden. Now to help with that, I want to have this too. Now if we have that, it comes out all the way over to here, and on that again. And what this is basically going to do for us is make the door stay open longer. Okay, I think this is right. Are you right? Yes, okay. Well, this is probably going to be another time-lapse episode. If we do a really simple door, this would be a lot easier. And we could just do like 4 pistons and just make it easy on ourselves. And I would do that if we had... Fine. Fine. I admit it. I'm no good at redstone. I had an idea for a really cool design, and I wanted to try and see if I could get that to work. It's looking like I don't have the smarts to pull it off. But I do have another design idea. One that I've actually... Well, I know I can get this one to work. Watch, I don't get this one to work either. Okay, we need to drop off as many materials in here as we can, though, because I am overstocked. Okay, now let's clean up our mess here. Oh. Oh my. So yeah, this is why... Let's get a little ways away from him. That's why we need a door. Not that, you know, a solid wall that was here beforehand was not going to do that, but, yeah. Grab. And right now, it seems kind of silly to actually make that into a door. Not because, oh, we're not gonna, you know, make a good door or something like that, but because right now, the rest of the house is dark still. I mean, it's kind of like closing the window in winter when you have half of your house exposed to the air still. Like, half the house is just gone. Yeah. So, I mean, we've still got a lot of work before this area is actually going to be somewhat safe. But this horde didn't get in because of this, so I'm okay with that. So my new current plan is going to be kind of like this. I was doing some thinking, and we still need to get room for the wiring. But the big difficulty with the wiring that we had on the other side, those doors over there, was basically that, well, the wiring had to be confined to basically this. Well, this, I should say. So it's like 2 blocks wide or something like that. Just small. So, to make it a lot easier on ourselves, why not just have it like this? Because if you look at it, this is... Once these go up, it's just as good as if they were completely solid blocks, because, well, they kind of are. So let's do that. I want to have thatch on this for the simple reason that animals are less inclined to walk through thatch in my experience. I haven't gotten... I haven't done like extensive tests on that or anything like that, but I mean, I did used to hide in thatch blocks all the time, so it's kinda what I'm gonna assume. Okay. There we are. Got a little bit more room to work around with. Now, I still do, as I've said numerous times, want this to open up during the day and close at night automatically. which basically means we need to have a button. I'm still not sure where exactly I want the button, but that does, yeah, that won't be as difficult as in other areas, I think. Now, if we get rid of the dirt and go with anything other than dirt, basically, it's going to get even easier. Because we could have repeaters going into the block underneath the piston, and that works perfectly fine. You could also have, let's see, if, how do I want to do this? I want it to have basically, gosh, I'm still trying to get my brain around the redstone exactly. And like I said, I'm really not that great at redstone. I used to be so much better, but, well, Feed the Bee-esque packs are very good at forgetting how to do vanilla. Or very good for forgetting how to do vanilla redstone. That being said, though, I actually haven't played an actual, like, FTB-like pack for quite a while. It's been over a year since I was on a, well, since I made a server, basically, which had MFR and thermal expansion and mods like that. I actually use sticky paste, which is another redstone paste. It's actually, I think, probably my favorite redstone mod because it's simple. I mean, you have different directions you can send the redstone signal from it, stuff like that. But it doesn't have, like, 65 billion channels or stuff like that. Okay, so we are probably going to need repeaters for this. No. Let's pick out these pistons. I have an idea of how to do this without having to use extra repeaters, and this is actually going to be a little bit better, I think. Okay, you and you. Which is... okay. Oh, that. That's fine. Okay. There's that and that. Dang it. Let's get on the outside. Okay, so... there's these. Let's get on the inside and... whoop, there we go. Now, if we have this, it'll at least be a temporary solution. I'd like to have a permanent solution, but right now I don't have one. Now what do we need? We need a button. I'm going to want the button to be extended, and I want the automatic ticker, basically. And I'd like the button to be on both the inside and the outside. I kind of want it to have a timer on it also. But I'm not sure how hard that is going to be, especially without a comparator. I know how to do that very easily with comparators, but yeah, I know nether quartz, so a little hard to get those. I actually have thought about just dropping in a Mind Tweaker recipe for comparators, and I honestly still might because they're really useful. But yeah, for now, I'm going to try and figure this out without a comparator. Well, I guess with the rest of the episode, we're just going to continue with this plan. Basically, what this is... I honestly have no idea how much of the previous derping around I've been... or how much I'm going to include. Probably not all that much, because... yeah. I looked at the time and oh my god. I've already got like 50 minutes of recorded footage now. Pretty much all of it me just not having a clue about redstone. You know, I remember being good at redstone once. Once. Oh. Anyways, though, yeah, can't really do too much about that. I, I suppose anyway. Granite bricks in here, yeah. Need those again. Drop that. Good. Except I want there to be a breakup from here to elsewhere. Maybe if we just have this go through like the entire way, we could do that, I think. Either way, well, oh, actually no, if we do this, we no longer have an annoying little wood immediately into granite. That looks okay, I think. Trying to decide if it's actually okay or not. But yeah, basically what this does, I've got redstone torches underneath. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to include, so yeah. And again, still don't know how much I'm going to include, but I'm planning on having a button on either side of this with pulse lengtheners, basically. So it's probably going to be basically redstone repeater paths. Oh, rain. And I also want to have it automatically open and close during day and close at night. And that's what this is going to be for. You've got basically a redstone, it's a T flip-flop. This is a basically the way I found to do it on the Minecraft wiki. And yeah, yeah. I guess I'm actually going to call the episode here. Gonna edit this up and hopefully get it out for you guys on this Tuesday, which should be today, hopefully. But yeah, until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.